Again, sorry for any discombobulation, guys. Sitting on the porch. Don't know if you can see me. Hope you can. I'm gonna try my best just to look at the camera. Taking the weapons off the table. This is me and the wasp. Okay, there's wasps out here, but I can't do this at the lake because there's people fishing, and this is between us. I don't know these people. Anyways, so in order for me to become Nic Nicholson, I had to kill somebody else. And when I say kill, I mean literally wipe them from the face of this earth, never to be seen or heard from again. Almost literally obliviate their existence. Not to basically say that they never existed, because they did. Because without them, you wouldn't have had me. They were vital in my survival. And I can't and won't say that part of me wasn't necessary. I don't know if it made it better or worse, guys. I'm trying here. Hold on, I gotta make sure I didn't stop it. Nope. Sorry. I told you, like, I don't have a cameraman. This is not my strong suit. And until I have someone who's better than me at this, you're gonna have to deal with the janky, unedited, raw version. I'm gonna try my best not to beat around the bush. I wanna get this out as succinctly as possible. But guys, it's kind of rough even mentioning this name out of my own face. I mean, there's others that do. Y'all gotta see what I'm doing to know what I'm doing. I don't want to talk about her. It's like almost like a ghost of the past type thing. Like if I bring her up, then the hitting parts of her that I haven't eradicated, in case you haven't figured it out, I'm talking about killing myself. Well, a version of myself. That version of myself was oh so nice. I mean, so nice. And she really just went along to get along, even if it wasn't suiting for her. And she also hated every second of it. Wasn't there for any other reason. I mean, I legit hated not being able to say I didn't want to do something when I legit didn't want to do it. I didn't want to do things, but I was so scared of being rejected and people finding out how broken I really was, that I went along with practically anyone who showed me an ounce of attention, an ounce. The people, and the very few people that saw past the everything's fine facade, those people meant the world to me, and I would have done anything for them. Because while they saw past the everything's always good, happy smile, it's gonna be all right, me, they didn't see past the hurt me that they can manipulate. And I don't need to call names. I don't need to identify anybody, because their hurt was not what made me become me. My heel, the heel that I took responsibility for, is what made me become me. So where do we start? I'm not going to start with the beginning, because who has lifetime time? Like, you know how long Lifetime movies are? You're watching them because they are fucking interesting. But at the end of the day, you literally just spent 4 hours watching a storyline that you've seen 972 different fucking times played out. So I'm not going to do that and take you back to the beginning. Relevant points will be made. Some of them will be from younger years, and I will preference that these are from younger years. Let's take this sip and get to talking. Ooh, ice makes everything so nice. Anyways, I was not born Nic Nicholson. My parents had absolutely nothing to do with my first and last name right now. The first and middle name, well, they had nothing to do with my first and middle name. My current first and middle name. My former first and middle name was all theirs. But back in 2006, a guy that I was completely falling for, but was scared to tell that I was falling for because I was still healing from a heart that had just got back to beating somewhat normal from a heartbreak that at that time was devastating. And so when this guy came back into my life, I wasn't ready to tell him how much I loved him. I was scared, honestly, scared shitless. Beyonce's song back then, like one of her chart toppers, so fucking old. One of the songs that was top of the fucking list, okay? All the goddamn list, the charts, okay? You know what I'm talking about. Anyways, was Dangerously in Love. Well, it wasn't popular at that time. It was like re-popular at that time, which is so fucking weird because it came out when I was in high school. Like, she was born the same year I was born. So it came out when we were in high school. And there's a big ass, looks like one of those murder hornets, but it's just a wasp. And I know it's just a wasp because I'm not dead. And I really want him not to be right here, but for some godforsaken reason, he's not only right here, he's coming lower. This is a bad place to record for me. I can't stop though because I don't want to. Bringing out a weapon, okay? Big ass fan. About to break out some ninja moves if it gets any lower. I needed to find something else to do with itself though. Like, and not be here. Sorry guys, I'm sorry. I am. I really am. I don't even think I could run at this point. Oh shit. Please go away. Look, you got all the fucking porch. You gonna come down here too? Guys, I'm sorry. Please go away. Shit. Sorry, guys. I will record in a second once this huge wasp finds something else to do with his goddamn self. Like, it's so freaking big. I know you guys can hear me. You're gonna have to look at the front door for right now. I'm sorry. But this thing is huge. You still can't see it. But it's so low, and like I can't even come up to do anything. Okay. He's moving on down the road. Let's try this again. Sorry. What was I talking about? Oh, Dre. So we started kicking it. He introduced himself back in my life, and we were flirting, and we were in the beginning stages. You know, that real sweet part of the relationship when it's like just starting. A couple months in, he was an amazing guy. Like, so we're not talking about that, okay? We'll talk about heartbreaks and how love comes once, twice, and all these times in life. But talking about how I became Nic Nicholson. I chose to be. My former name, which is now my dead name, which is how I refer to it. I don't use that phrase because I feel like it's somewhat disrespectful, taking away from that particular phrasing of words. Not that I can't use it, but that particular phrasing of words, to me, reserves a space for the trans community to express themselves, of shedding a part of themselves that they are no longer trapped in. So for me, I don't refer to it as my dead name, although it's technically what it is. I'll tell you my name. It's my government name. Nic L. Nicholson is my government name. I'm going to tell you my birth name too. Only because it used to hurt me when people refused to call me by the name that I chose for myself. Like, I asked and begged and said, hey, and it hurt my heart that they wouldn't do it, and they just consisted. I'm like, look, why are you fighting me on something that doesn't mean anything to you? I don't understand why you're fighting me on something that doesn't mean anything to you. Why you insist on calling me by this name if you know it physically at the time hurt me? Like it felt like a punch, a verbal punch every time I heard this name, because that person, that version of me, to me was so fucking weak. She was weak as shit. And that's what I called her. I called her weak, not realizing how fucking strong she was. I said that it makes you look weak if you express your emotions all over the place. It makes you look crazy and unkempt when you can't just articulate how you feel without wrapping it in any hyper expression of that. And I got to the place where I believed that I couldn't even express my emotions. So I created this place inside myself, which was safe. At 8 years old, I was raped by a friend of the family. And from that encounter in my own home, when I was 8 years old, which for you don't have a misconception, that's 3rd grade. The person who emerged on the other side of that was nowhere near the person that lay down in that bed before it happened, before I was woken up out of my sleep with the pillow over my head, before any of that, before any of those things happened. The girl was vibrant and she said her opinion, she danced, she sang, and I remember being her, and I remember her being so much fucking fun, like never boring. You could not be bored around her because she would do things to entertain just because she couldn't stand the fact of somebody else being unhappy. I was perfectly fine. That little person was perfectly fine reading a book in a corner unbothered, but she would rather go climb the tree with the guys. She would rather build a fort with her brother, go out in the lake with a stick, and in our minds, we're on some epic voyage through the forest. Me and my little brother. She wasn't weak, but she felt so abused and persecuted, and there was so much pain. It was so much pain wrapped up in that name. Just hearing the name hurt. So let's get to 2006, where this name changed. This name changed. And this was the first layer of me becoming who I am right now. This on the tail ends of breaking through this fear barrier. For a long time, I wanted to change my name. I didn't want to be associated with the first part of my name because it was said and it was proven that that person didn't mean anything. That person's physical well-being, mental well-being didn't mean anything. That no one would protect that person. No one. So I had to create people to protect that person. Literally, to protect this person from any thought of craziness. Y'all didn't tell me yesterday, but I was talking and I had like, I don't know, probably some chicken nugget on my juice, on my lip. And nobody even, sorry. It's all just real uncut, straightforward, like it is. Pain, man. And instead of having a tantrum, that's what I call like pain and a tantrum together. Instead of having a tantrum, a paintrum. Instead of having a paintrum, like I'm not letting this destroy me, is what I told myself. And there was him, and he was amazing. And when I couldn't see that person as beautiful at all, he did. Bananas crazy thing, the person he was dating before me had the same exact name. Well, my former name. Guys, when I tell you, he was so fucking amazing and kind and smart. And I wanted to be the best version of myself. Like at that time, I couldn't let him in all the way. And I was so mad at myself because we could have spent his time, the last bit of his time, with him being spoiled and being overtreated. Well, I mean, overtreated. I mean, spoiled, okay? People call it whatever they want to call it. And him knowing someone loved him. Like, really legit. Get the fuck away! Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. Guys, a wasp landed on my leg. We're definitely going to try to make it through this, okay? I promise you. We are. But I told y'all yesterday, I'm not getting stung for this shit. We might need to have a part 2. We're going to record in the goddamn house, okay? I love nature. But these particular creatures, we have a conversation that needs to be had. I don't understand flies. I don't understand wasps. I know wasps have some type of purpose. I don't think they do. I know bees. Okay, I'm sorry. There's a tangent because I panic. And so I need to make a plan. So the plan helps me calm down without being abrupt. And that was me planning audibly. And I normally do that in my head. Forgot that I was talking to you guys. It's like you guys are hanging out with me and we're just having a general conversation in this bitch. I'm sorry. I'll learn how to do the proper YouTube pose and say the things and cameras and ring lights and things. Oh, you know, we got to play the game. He was everything, guys. I think that was nature's way of telling me to bring it back up, okay? No dragging to the sad. I'm not dragging to the sad on this video. It's not sad, man. I had to kill that bitch. She had to die in order for me to be me. She refused to ruffle anyone's feathers, so therein she was dying. She was killing me. She was killing me. She refused to use the voice that she came here with because she let other people's understanding mold who she was. And when I say that, I'm not talking about when I was a child. I had no choice then. I wasn't responsible for them hurting me. But once I had a better understanding, I was responsible for healing me. That is what I'm responsible for. Because me, they don't care. This person hurt me. Why do you think that they would try to do something to heal me? That's not how love works. And I didn't love myself. So I continued abuse after abuse and different levels of abuse. So here I am, guys, and damn bugs. I'm with a guy who's fucking amazing. He thinks I'm beautiful. Like he loved everything about me. What? I have bits and pieces and stretched out things. And he was like, none of that shit matters. If anything, I love you more for it. What? I thought he was playing, of course. Girls, you know how we do. You know, I'll sit here like, But I couldn't give him that face because I had been breaking his back out for months. And he continued with this. And this is literally, if I needed him, he was there. And it was the first time I felt that shit. And I was like, why does this feel so warm? Why do I feel so taken care of? Why does this feel so perfect and accepted but feels so wrong at the same time? Because I'm not used to this kind of behavior and I feel like I'm about to be bamboozled and it feels like it'll be a harder fall. So I resisted letting myself fall. I was crazy about this dude. He told me he was rocking and feeling me too and like he wanted more and I kept swerving on him like 2 wheels. No, can we do this? This is great. Aren't you happy? Aren't you physically satisfied? Do we need to change it? I can't handle it right now, man. I'm not, my heart, I haven't finished healing from the last mess and I shouldn't have invited you into this or I shouldn't have let you invite yourself into this railroad. That was my life at the time. Fucking train wreck. Not a car crash. It was like fucking carts of bullshit lined up that was coming to a hilt. This was what was happening. And while I'm going to talk about love later in another video, probably the next one, he's relevant because he's the reason I ended up leaving South Carolina the first time. He was murdered. And it happened so fucking quick, man. Like, he had called me and he's like, babe, I'm going to the club. It's like, what? Because we were just talking about how we needed to get our shit together if we wanted to get the foundation that he and I were talking about building together. And we were just coming up with the floor plans of it. I was talking about names and 501c3s. That's when I first started digging into the research, because he had a plan and I had vision, and I loved his plan, and me being able to see, and him having the skills and the know it how. Okay, fuck it. Okay, the know how. I know how to say this shit, but I'm drinking, so whatever. I just saw amazing things happening with him. And he called me that night and he was like, you coming out? I'm like, man, nah, I just got off work. Aunt Flo was here. I feel like laying on this couch and doing not a goddamn thing. He was like, come on, come out and then come over to my place. That way I can take care of you and make you breakfast in the morning, because we got to have a talk. I said, nothing happening, man. I'm not coming out. A friend of mine at the time, Weslina is her name. And she called me and she's like, you coming out, girl? She was the most hood white woman, it's relevant, I ever met. Oh my God, she was so hood. It's funny because I don't find, like, when she would pick on me, she's like, I swear to God, like, I think I'm blacker than you are. I was like, Wes, she's like, you know what I mean? You know, I don't mean it that way. And extremely Southern hood woman, blonde hair. She's like almost 6 feet tall, probably thin, blonde hair to her butt. Not a natural blonde. It's like probably brown or a light brown color. She was so much fucking fun, and we were friends. Okay, she's a bartender at a place, and I was a bartender at another place. And we ran in the same circles, club owners and bartenders. Anyways, so she texts me, girl, you coming out? I'm like, nah. She called me, girl, you coming out? I was like, no, I'm not coming out tonight. I'm laying on the couch. Had I known that would have been the last time I heard his voice, I would have said so many different things to him than, no, I'm not coming, and just the minute stuff or whatever. Then he threatened me. Not in a bad way. He's like, girl, you just better be your ass at my apartment at 10:30. I'm gonna need time to hydrate and wake up. I'm making you breakfast, and we're gonna have this conversation about you being mine. And I was like, man, okay. Kind of like that shit though. So I was like, okay, fine. Some parts of it. He was never misogynist, never patriarchal in any way. We vibed hard, and the sex was amazing. Oh my God. Oh, man, knock my goddamn blunt out. Hold on. We had so much fun. It was so intuitive. It was, I'm a Cancer Leo, and he was a Scorpio. Yes. Intense, bitches. There's an ant crawling on here, so if you see, like, fingerprints or a little tiny business happening, it's an ant. And I don't want to swat at it because I don't want it to die. But then the other part is I don't want to knock my fucking phone down. And then there goes becoming Nic video. The Nic video. Oh my God. I'm avoiding. Can you tell? Can you tell? I'm rambling like a motherfucker. I don't want to say this goddamn name. But I'm gonna start wasting your time because this is not cool. I gotta respect the fact that you guys are hanging out with me and you're helping me on this journey. And one day somebody will edit this clean and take out all the dramatic pauses and the whole wasp break at the front, and it'll be seamless. Right now, it's in the raw. I'm putting it on the table because I almost feel like it's being forced out on the table because I don't know what part of my life someone's going to decide, hey, let's publicly share this. She shared these portions of herself, but she didn't share all of this, so let's pull up everything. So instead of giving them any weapons or for something to deploy when I haven't no idea and it's completely unexpected, I'd rather just put it out on the fucking table right now. So If you want to discuss it right now, we can. Because I don't like repeating myself. So whenever someone says, well, what about this we just found, whatever many years from now, when Uber Earth is big and our team is winning, and haters inevitably come and they want to tear us down by digging into my personal past and trying to use me as a reason. I don't want my future team, to be hurt by anything that's in my past, including my former name. I wasn't a fucking criminal. I was a church girl who didn't know herself, or was aware of herself but scared of herself because she didn't want to be that person. I didn't want to be this person that I am right now because I knew that person wouldn't be accepted by the people closest to her. And I have felt so alone. Dre died. He didn't just die, like fall over. He was fucking 25. He was hit by a drunk driver. She mowed down 11 people. He was one of the people that died. I never saw him again. And so I left. I left South Carolina because there was nowhere we could go anywhere that didn't have a memory of him floating by it. And my heart was breaking every single goddamn day. And I was like, I can't do this. Why the fuck am I doing this? Like, really, why am I here? I'm not going to talk about this person because this person, while they have relevance, don't really have relevance. One of my closest friends at that time, we fell out. List of shit back in the day, not going into it. Relevant, some. Heartbreak, definitely. This is the same person I put in this context. This person told me they didn't want to step on me, but I laid down. That hurt like a motherfucker, but it was true. I fucking did. I was a whole doormat. I mean, an entire doormat, okay? Anything to get along, to make sure that people wouldn't leave me. People would stay. And there was some deep abandonment issues. And I'll explain to you, when I was raped at 8 years old, my father was literally in Egypt in a war. He was at a war, like a literal war. And I didn't know how, but I felt like if he was there, and the little girl in me felt like if he was there, then none of the bad stuff would have happened. This is what I believed for a long time. Then when I was 12, bringing it all out, okay? I was assaulted by a deacon in the church. We'll do a video called Church Hurt. We're not going in there now because it's way too deep, honey. That cabin digs deep. A deacon in the church tried to force himself on me during service. So yeah, church. And I'm not blaming the physical idea of church, because ideally energies, that many energies on the same thing in one place, it's a pretty powerful move. But it does not change the fact that people go to church and people are fucked up. Bing, bing. It hurt. I was scared. I was 12. I finally told about what happened to me when I was 8. Starting to rain, and hopefully I can finish this really quick. If not, there'll be a part 2 from in the house, because I gotta finish this today. It took forever to load it the other day, and I don't know why. Maybe because it was so fucking long. It was my first time doing it. Whatever. It went crazy, man. I spent so much time feeling disconnected. There were so many small little things that were said by people who were supposed to be, from a child's point of view, people who protect you. Things happened. Things were said. Small, minute details that probably didn't mean shit to them at the moment, but was completely pivotal for a child's mind at that time, to the point where I can remember those days, what I was wearing, who and what, and like it literally is engraved. It's deep, because when you connect a memory to an emotion, it stays longer. And there was a lot of emotions that are tied to church that are really, really bad for me. Like really, really bad. Being drowned out, being told you're not heard, basically. Shut up and we will give you your thoughts. We'll tell you how you feel. You don't feel that way. You're just a child. You couldn't possibly understand hurt, pain. And the whole time I was cutting myself. Yes, I used to cut myself. Because I was so fucking numb. And it felt like nobody saw through my numbness. And I was hurting. And I couldn't express it because I was just told to pray about it, put some oil on it, because I couldn't articulate fully what it all was. So when Dre was murdered, I moved to Georgia. And it was so alive. It was scary shit. It was so alive, but I was a broken fucking mess. And I cut the fuck up. Oh God, I cut up. But this is also where I found myself. Like literally where I started to find myself and find my voice, because the first time I didn't have, and I still, whole adult, out staying at the time with a friend. And I was cutting up because I didn't have like the parameters that were needed, because it was so strict and authoritarian. Like when someone is basically, it's this a dictatorship. You don't have fucking thoughts. We will give you your thoughts. Childhood. And so I didn't know how to balance my shit. And it took me some time to resolve and figure that out. I mean, I was so fucking naive at the time. Like there was just shit I didn't consider that people would ever do, because I was never around people who claimed they would never do, right? Oh, man. And so I got out there, Georgia at the time, this is 2006, 7. So right about D4L and the popping and all that. The bunny hop was big as shit. First time I ever saw a synchronized fucking movie mantra where everybody starts dancing at the same exact time. Shit looked like they planned it. It was flawless. I was blown the fuck away. I was like, wait a minute, why does everyone know this dance? Literally, on beat, everyone's talking, playing pool, doing their own thing. The dude drops this damn song called the Bunny Hop, and the entire club, except my 6-foot ass, standing there looking like a fucking skyscraper, is looking at them all doing this little intricate bounce, step thing. And I'm sitting here like, whoa, black people are awesome. I'm not trying to be funny, but the only black people I really saw are people who wore big hats and talking crazy and never actually had anything to say about anything. Just accusatory, but never really had anything to goddamn say. I might be able to pull this off if I can slide back. So it might get bumpy because it's starting to rain and I'm starting to feel a little more comfortable talking. So rose water, flower water, guys, can't be looking dehydrated, especially when you're drinking. Can't be doing all that. Anyways, it was amazing, and it was fun, and it was scary, and I found out a lot about myself and things that I was okay with and things that I wasn't okay with and things that I was like, and mistakes that I made, situations that I allowed myself to be put into that I don't think turned out for my best. When I say I don't think turned out for my best, bitches, I was so goddamn drunk that I don't even remember a quarter of the shit for, I don't know, most of 26, 27. I have some certain parts that were tied to, hold on a minute, we're gonna have to scoot it back. Let's not run the risk. So, well, I don't know if you can see me. Sorry if you just got an eye full of forehead. I'm trying to move you out the rain so we can continue recording. Hold on, sorry. I'm here. Okay. Hope you can see me. That way we're out of the rain and I can finish really quick and go ahead and eat something more than some tater tots. Anyways, what was I saying? Georgia. I started to find my voice. And I went to school because I wanted to save me. I at that point, after a while and it takes about 3 to 6 months in Georgia. Well, it used to. Rona has got something else going on. I don't know what the life is now there, but when I was there, you couldn't be bored if you were outside. There was something to do. You had to deal with the fucking heat, but there was always something to do. I'm ready. My name was Tanisha. And Tanisha spelled Tanisha. And I killed her. YouTube helped me. YouTube saved my life, okay? YouTube saved my life because I found people who had something to say on there that felt better than how I was feeling. And I immersed myself in Lisa Nichols and Tony Robbins and Dr. Dispenza and Dolores and Abraham Hicks, and all these people were in my room because I couldn't afford. I remember there's so much story that has my former lover and husband, soon to be former husband, in it, that I forget how intertwined that story is. And it's going to be kind of hard to talk about that without mixing that. So if you hear me glaze over a place, that's the part that's heavily inundated with him. So I'm going to try to get this all out in one video. You might have to watch it in parts so I don't have to do this again. I hate repeating myself, and I wanted to get it all out here. I'm sorry about the janky pieces. Like I said, if I knew someone who knew how to edit, it would be a lot better. Sorry for the infomercial. Okay. So I'm sitting here and completely in a place where I know I'm broken. I need to be fixed. Don't know. So I thought it was church. So I went and I submerged myself back in the church. And it just didn't, it was just the same old shit. Then it took me, it was the same old shit for about 6 churches. And I tried a couple of them because there's fits and there's not fits. And at the time, there was a whole bunch of internalized homophobia. So there's a lot of places that I just was like, nope, can't be here. The fucking garbage I was on then. Like, this me would have cussed that me out and watched her cry. Really, that's literally how serious of a difference we are. Like, cursing? Oh, no, we say darn. I used to say hell, and that was like my big curse word. I was like, oh, hell. And then I thought I was Big Willie when I started saying, oh, shit now. You couldn't tell me nothing. Shit now was my little phrase. Get on my nerves. Shit now. It's funny. Oh, shit now. Oh, she fine. Like, oh, shit now. For a long time, all I said was shit now and hell, okay? And then I was introduced to my favorite word of all times, and I'm not going to say it right now because this was a way of bringing my anxiety down because I just spelled my goddamn name on this shit. I cannot believe I'm leaving it up here. Yes, I am. It's time. Oh. That person had to die. I had to kill her. She was the little me. She was the little me, and she wasn't going to do anything. All the people that are tied to me, whose stories are intertwined with mine, whether it's to disagree with me passionately or to agree with me wholeheartedly and come alongside me and we build a better place. Not saying that it's going to be the fucking best, because how can it be? There's always going to be someone coming up behind you who can take your idea and morph it into something more. So I would never in my life think that mine is the best. I do think it can be a whole lot fucking better. Better today. Sometimes people better this second is all you have. And I was in a space where all I had was better now. Well, I don't know how I'm going to feel in the next 5 seconds. Like right now, I'm okay. I was doing big things when I said I was fine, bitch. And that meant I'm fine. Not at all fine, but fine enough to be out here on zombie mode in this cubicle with you, laughing at your jokes because I have to. Because if I sit here and do my job and not speak, I'm not a team player. If I put on the face, then I'm being phony. And it was exhausting. And I didn't think I was ever going to be back in a place where I had to be in that type of cubicle life again. because we had plans. And it wasn't shit that I just did, because I know I'm dominant. But I wouldn't have been able to marry someone who didn't have any backbone. Come on. Fuck out of here. I'm not into slaves like that. Like, I don't want pets. I want someone I can actually have a conversation with, and you have your own opinion, and you have your own dreams and aspirations, and you need me to help you and respond to you just like you respond and need me to help me, vice versa. If I said that wrong, apologies. I sat there and I fought with myself, and I called my parents and asked their permission. I was 26. I was like asking permission, but I really wasn't asking permission. But the little girl in me felt like I needed to let them know what I was about to do about my life. And I went to the courthouse and I changed my name to Nic Leilani, kept my last name, because it's just the last name that was passed down from people who owned my people. It's not our fucking origin. So like, it just looked good, sound good, and flowed. But now my first and my middle name have meanings. Tanisha, and I'm not saying my middle name, that middle name was ghetto as shit. Not hood, ghetto, and unnecessary. But you can find it. I was born in Fayetteville, North Carolina. I'm not looking now. You can, if you find it, kudos on you. I don't use it. It's not on any of my it's not on any of my documents now. When let me tell you how ghetto the name was. When I went to ask the judge to change it, you know, you have to give your valid reason why. You know, if you want to go from your name to formerly known as, you know that time when Prince went by a symbol for God knows how long, and then he decided to change his name back to Prince. Look, you have to give that people an explanation. Well, Prince had Prince, but I didn't own any part of that name, and it didn't have any meaning. Like, it was just a popular name in the 80s, Tanisha. That's what it meant. And it held a blankness that could have been beautiful, but for me, it was just a canvas for a whole bunch of fucking tragedy and horrible thing after horrible thing after horrible thing. And guys, I don't really want to dive in that. I'm gonna write a book. Fuck, I'm halfway through it. I don't want people to think that if you go through a lot, that means you're not worthy of the other side. Most of that is in vibration that you're operating on. And then there's parts of it, it's legit the path that your energy chose to remind you of who you are. I went through so much hard shit, and it felt like the world hated me. Like, why the fuck am I here? Like, the best idea for me at the time was to kill myself. And that was I was 26, 27. No. Yeah. Fuck. I've been dealing with depression and suicidal thoughts up until I was like 20, I want to say 24. Yeah, 24, 25. Then the thoughts started morphing into behaviors because I had a little more liberty to do because they were not treated in my teens. So in my 20s, it was weird because I wanted to kill myself, but I couldn't kill myself because of religion. And religion said that I would burn in hell. And at the time, I was definitely afraid of burning in hell. Like, every decision I ever made ran through the hell filter. And not the what the hell, but in the actual filter of, will I burn to death for this? The first thing that ran through that filter was, if you get a tattoo, you're going to burn to death. You're marking your body. Bitch, now I got multiple tattoos. I had 18 of them. Piercings. Random ass piercings. I want another one. I want the little part of my ear right here to be pierced. Guys, it's about to pour down raining. But I was a mess. I was at this job. This woman was fucking harassing me. It was a whole bunch of foolishness and pettiness and dumb shit. For some reason, she thought I wanted her job. And I was like, look, lady, I don't want this shit. This is a job, not a career for me. If you're happy, sis, more power to you. Rah, rah, sis, kumbah. Work your way up, cuz. But she thought I wanted her job. So she kept coming for me. Like, do extracurricular stuff. I do the extracurricular stuff and plus meet my numbers, and I was still getting something. So like she told me I did every major event. When I say every major event, Red Cross, I did all the fucking Toys for Tots. I had 3 schools, and generally the kids who were in the underprivileged areas who didn't get Christmas presents normally, the kids who didn't have homes, whose parents were in a bad space, Christmas didn't exist for them. They just looked at other people getting stuff. I had 3 schools, and there was over, I don't know, between the 3 schools and the age brackets that we had, there was almost 500 plus students. I ran that thing so fucking tight. Every single one of those kids got 2 gifts, not 1, and not no bullshit ass gift either. I mean, people were able to get nice things for these kids because I gave it time. I told them time frames. I gave them stories. I sent them in them emails, and I all times still doing my work and making sure I hit my numbers. Might not have been as high as numbers I produced, but Lord. And so the site manager noticed me and stopped by my desk. Oh, what do you need else for this? You know, I've been hearing you're doing such a great job. And she saw the site manager talking to me, and me not being, I was really reared to never lower my eyes to anyone unless it's for a situation where you have to save yourself, so don't be smart and dead. Basically was the taught. That was the taught. Yes, I said the taught. Don't be smart and dead. You can be fucking right. And if you're arguing with an idiot with a gun, you can fucking die. If the crazy son of a bitch calls you a name and tells you to agree with him, you can know in your mind and heart that that is not something you want to do. Someone's robbing the place, and it's not your place. It's not your home, and nobody's life at risk but yours, and you're protecting people's shit over yourself, and there's people connected to you. I think that is insane. Do what the fuck that idiot says. Unless you can read writing expressions and you know they're a little punky, you can get yourself out of it. And that takes a level of either trauma or skill set. And if you don't know those things, don't play games. Give them their shit and get the fuck out the way. Cover your eyes. You didn't see them. I don't know where that came from. Don't ask me. I sat there and I realized I couldn't continue living my life this way. I called and asked, told actually, I'm going to school, went to school. Went to school for psychology, not for any other fucking reason, but to save myself initially. And then when I started delving in and then finding out about the 4 fathers of thought, these motherfuckers were whole fucking crackheads practically. Cokeheads. They did some very, very questionable things. And I'm sitting here like, what the fuck? And these are the predicators of thought on emotion? Men? Okay. And not saying that men can, but these men couldn't. Logical in certain areas, some stuff was just fucking outrageous. And I said some stuff. But then I realized what my heart was searching for was a way to heal. Help others heal. And I was like, well, if I can heal myself and get through it and become a better version of myself, and this was the only focus, to become a better version of myself every day, I can show people who've been hurt like me that that is not the end. That you're not responsible for the hurt, but you're responsible for the heal. And in order for you to have the freedom from that moment, that tragic moment, you have to let it fucking go. And you can't let go of what you're hiding. Damn, I just called myself out. And I don't even know I was intending to do that. I'm not about to start crying. This is kind of how my mind works. I start talking to my friends. Hi, friends. And an idea will dawn on me. And I'll be speaking to myself. I'm not going to cry. Damn it. I'm not going to cry. I was hiding this part of me because all the pain that was tied to it, I didn't want anybody to go and dig up pictures of me from when I was in that grade. I don't even look at my family albums because I didn't want to see that little girl who was plastered behind that fake ass smile and was dying inside. I didn't want to see her. So I didn't look through my family albums and stuff like that. Like, nah, I'm good. I cut up in my 20s. I drank, I went to parties. I didn't do anything really majorly outsane, like insane. I cut up. Sex is beautiful. Put it that way. And there have been situations that I don't remember. So if they surface, I'm not saying it wasn't me, but if you can't prove it, it wasn't me. If you can prove it, you got the video. Maybe it was me, but bitch, what we doing talking about something that happened and I can't do nothing about? Moving on. Anyways, guys, I came out this weekend, well, a week ago now, like right here, and I was kind of forced out. I was never going to come out. But now that part of me is out, I don't need anything else that's hiding in my life. Like, shit's so fucking heavy. Like, the hide weighs so much. God damn it. You know how much you filter your life when you're hiding? You have to filter every fucking single part of yourself when you're hiding. The hide was entirely too much, okay? And I'm no longer hiding. My former name was Tanisha Laquanda Nicholson. Yes. Ugh. I swear I tell my dad, like, you were fucking drunk, weren't you? You were drunk. You can't tell me you weren't drunk. You were drunk. He's like, no, I wasn't drunk. And you stop saying that. That name is beautiful. In whose eyes? What does that mean? It had no meaning to me, and it had so much pain tied to it. I'm not going to hide any part of it. That was my former name. My name is Nic Nicholson now on any and every document of any importance. My socials, I work by that. I live by that. If you call me my other name, I will probably not hear you because I have not used that name in so many years that when people call it, it's like I'm looking for the other person that they're talking to because that person's dead. She's dead. People have tried, and when I say people, I mean my family. Oh, that's always gonna be your name. You was born this and blah blah blah. No, I was born nameless. You gave me a title at birth that to me was not thought out, and they were 22. What do you expect? They got what was popular and what sounded good at the time for them, for the community, but it wasn't a fit for me, and so I changed my name to Nic Nicholson. And Nic Nicholson is a pansexual sexologist who is creating a safe space for the entire community, not excluding any fucking one, not the people who are abusers and disgusting, like children and bestiality. Those parties cannot give consent. They're in it, should not be done. I don't want to hear about it. Don't talk to me about pedophilia. Don't even talk to me about ebiophiles. And for those of you who don't know what an ebiophile is, that is the person who's attracted to teenager R. Kelly. Pedophiles are anything preteen and lower. But guys, I'm just ready to travel the world, meet amazing people. And I know this shit's long as fuck because I want to make sure I covered everything. I'm gonna post on TikTok. My TikTok blurbs, and this is where I'll pour, you know? You sip over there and we'll pour over here. And it's not gonna always be long and random at will shit. This is gonna get better. It'll be more synchronized, and it damn sure won't be this fucking long. I don't even know how long this video is. I can't see. I don't have a camera person, and they can't tell me, hey, wrap it up. And I'm just sitting here talking to y'all. No, seriously. The last stone has been unturned. Like I said, in the 20s, there was some cut up. Is there a tape? Probably. I don't know. I didn't make no money off of it, so it don't exist to me. I don't know, babies. I think I've covered everything. I don't think there's nothing else that is major. You see me. I have issues, but I'm resolving them. Taking responsibility for yourself will ultimately give you the freedom to be who you want. Live your life. God, please live your life. Come with me, hang out with me. I've been through enough shit. I've been through a bunch of shit. I'm on the other side of a bunch of shit. And some stuff I have to say may help or may point you in a direction to find your own. That's what this channel is going to be about. It's going to be about finding the unicorn in oneself. I'm gonna share tools. I'm gonna share merch. I'm telling you this because I don't want you to think, oh, you just whatever, bitches. We are the only species that has to pay to be here. And I want to travel the world and meet y'all. So when I put this stuff out here, Like, you guys have shown me that you rock with me, and I'm not invalid, that I am valid in who I am. And for someone like me who has amazing ideas that run through her mind, so much so that sometimes I can't fucking sleep. I have so many notebooks that are completely full with just random ideas that I know could make some money if they had the proper wills to roll. I just got books of money, because money is something that you can generate when you create something in the world. But the crazy is, you need support in order to get it out in the world. Don't get it twisted. I put the work in. I'm going to continue to put the work in. I invite you guys to come along with me. We can put the work in together and just change the vibration in this world. I'm not here to tell you what to do. I'm not. I can give you tools, models, strategies that I've used to survive some pretty awful shit. Oh, I was in a semi-committed state. When I say semi-committed, I could leave. I wasn't like institutionalized. No one put me there. It was volunteer commitment. I came in the morning. I could not leave until the last therapy session. It was like a 12-week program, and it wasn't for drugs. It was because I was sitting at the desk. I remember I took FMLA because I needed a break, and that boss was harassing me. And I saw myself take the keyboard and break her face in. It was so real to me that when the flash stopped, I swore to God I had done it. Like, if I could have gone sheet white, I would have went sheet white. I said, oh, we're leaving from self-harm to actual harming people. Bitch, you will die. You will go to jail. We're not doing that. You're going to go get some goddamn help. You need help. Help! Mayday! And I went and got help. So if that comes up, yeah, that was a 12-week program. I think that's about it. But there'll be t-shirts, mainly of the stuff that I say, and I'm trying to find a fucking amazing few artists. It doesn't have to be just one. I need someone to help me create the damn anime that's stuck in my head. That's Unicorn Mafia. I need someone to help me run this media portion of this shit so that we can get the content out faster, and then be able to help them. Like, I want a team of about 8 people who have their own dreams and aspirations, and they can see creating a project alongside me. Uber Earth is not mine alone. Right now I have 4 consultants that I've met on TikTok. I met them on TikTok, and then they're rocking with me throughout. Guys, in the next 3 months, by the end of August, my goal is to lose 55 pounds. I'm putting this out here too. My goal is to lose 55 pounds, have my RV built. If not built, when I say built, it has to be a space that's going to be conducive, and it's going to be more along the lines of glamping. I have a lot of metal in my body, and what we're not about to be doing is sleeping on no bullshit and being uncomfortable. So I'm not looking for no bullshit. I'm looking for something nice that can turn into the company like road trip bus. We're going to get on the road. It'll be me and Los at first, and wherever I pick up, who I pick up. I'm fucking serious about this. I want to build my team, and I want you guys to come with me and do it. There's nothing else I'm hiding. I'm not hiding anything. I'm not ashamed of anything. If something else comes up that I didn't cover right here, I'm quite sure there's some type of media proof that I've said what I've said, and you've seen what you've seen. So I don't think there's anything else. I don't have any children. I don't have any diseases. The ovarian cancer, that, if you find that, that was pretty much demolished after the car accident. All those tumors were ripped out for the most part. Let's see. Formerly married or soon to be divorced. No, I never took his last name, but that was a discussion that we had before we got married. I was always completely honest and about everything, and that was a discussion that we had. Let's see. I owe no ill will towards Dragonfly. I love dragonflies. I owe no ill will towards my ex. I wish him nothing but the best. He's the father of my son. And when I say my son, no, I did not bore him. He's my bonus child. I'm a bonus mom. But I reared him from like 2 to kindergarten, and from that to 12. So mine. His mom knows that I know, and he knows that he has, whatever. It's my baby. That boy knows he has me. He can call me anytime in the earth. Like, if I'm breathing and I can do something about it, something will be done. But he's not here with me. So it's me and my bird. Okay? It's me, my bird, and you guys. So you guys come with me. We travel the world. You guys help me make it happen. I know you can. I've seen the amazing shit that you've done. Like, I know I probably need to do, I don't know, maybe if I schedule a bigger pickup, then I can get more, like, maybe get some media coverage that'll bring attention to companies that can back us so that we can build a recycling, like, mini ports. Like, it'll be creating jobs. Like, I'm not going to get into this now. Where did that come from? I'm not even going to spin in that. There's so many ideas, guys. But you'll get to see all this stuff develop along the road while we're traveling. I think traveling is going to be good. And then we'll figure out where we're going to call home, like be our station going back to when we take to the air. Because I don't want to stop traveling. Like, after we do the RV thing for a minute and we go to as many states that are safe for me, guys. We're not pretending like shit doesn't happen to people that look like me. States that are safe for me, then we'll take to the airways and go to countries that are safe for me. And we're going to see things and go and have fun. And I want you guys to come with me. Maybe I'll find Los's mom and dad, his other mom and dad. And if they can't travel because of their business stuff, that I can travel and you guys can come with me, and then I'll know that he or she, well, we should be going to the vet soon, probably when we first get back to Georgia, because the air quality and shit's different there. So I want to make sure that he's good leaving this environment, going into that environment, and what I need to do for him. All right, guys, this has run on long enough. I am not going to talk anymore about this. I think I've covered every goddamn thing. I'm sorry this is so long. Please watch it in parts. If you get to the end, comment saying she said she loves pizza. All right, babies, let me get out of here.